their comfort pick of Mirage. Getting things underway though for this twist round. Winstrike going to make their way out from mid. Lucky with an initial headshot. It's a beautiful shot to kick things off there as they are taken down. Elsewhere, we see follow-up push go through. Again, players making their way forwards towards mid, trying to catch out these initial members. Lucky being the one to try and lead that charge. Zip tries to get aggressive in mid. Krad ready for it. Puts it down to a 4-on-2. 4-on-4, really. Kier dinks down and B. Elsewhere, NickelBack onto Kier to finish the job. Suddenly puts Cerq under a bit of pressure here. And with B secured, suddenly Island. He's going to try and get a bit aggressive. Krad, his presence in mid is continuing to wreak havoc onto Twistzz prime. Elsewhere, will trade 3-on-2. Twistzz making their way forward, coming out from kitchen. Going to get to this side, but elsewhere, Forrester spots out the first, damages him down. It's prime to hit NickelBack, and with that, he goes 2-on-2. Forrester onto Lucky, prime the last left standing. 1v1, time is ticking. A fairly large bit of damage, but the reality is, it's providing Winstrike with the first round, and even though Cerq, because of this damage, will be able to go to unable to catch out any member for the time being. The volley keeps Lucky at bay as Winstrike continue this aggression. NickelBack, a beautiful opening there, and right now we're going to see that fabled CIS dominance right now, unless Cerq are able to mount a bit of a comeback or a bit of a retake here. Elsewhere, Prime shifts forward, out towards triple, good for one. Island there to trade. Elsewhere, in jungle, kwezz falls to Forrester. The connector player forced away. Lucky carry towards CT, will be able to get away. But is he going to survive? It looks like NickelBack more than ready for this push. The flashes keep Lucky at bay. The second he goes for a peek, he does just that. He'll lose his head. Oh, he's being hunted as well. He is in a lot of trouble, and he doesn't quite realize it just yet. Krad spots him out, finishes the job. And with that, Winstrike forward. He'll just back away and ring out a few shots just to make his presence known. But for now, the real aggression is out from ramp. And the flash is good, the swing's better. Prime taken down. Zip now very alone to try and hold from top balcony. He knows Island's going to swing into him. Goes to the timing play. Good for NickelBack. The flash is perfect, though. He's legged down, and he's finished by Island. Lucky jumping up there to finish the job. Down to a 3-on-3. Forrester in a really strong position right now to try and maintain this presence. But Lucky in towards connector. Shuts down Kier. Forces the player to double up towards CT in a 2-on-3. See how they're able to catch out some of these members now as they move on forward. It's Island. Falls to Lucky. 2-on-2 now. And once kwezz spots out Lucky, that forces him back, and the timing, it just favors the strict side. Lucky going to pull ahead. He finds the first. He knows the second's there, but Lucky, was he actually wary of it? I think he may have thought it was the body he saw there. It's like he shifts on forward now. Wary of the stairs player, but not wary enough. Lucky finishes the job. Winstrike now leads and pummel them down into the ground. Forrester ready to get this initial aggression out from Palace, but Kier sends him to an early grave, and that right there is the opening that Cerq have been desperate for these last couple of rounds. Krad, he'll just try and trade. He does just that. Lucky falls. Elsewhere, Island unsure, ready for this player of Kier towards connector. Kier teases the shoulder peek, but that is a very well-positioned peek. And, well, NickelBack there to support the AWPer of Winstrike, allowing Zip to be the one to aggress. Is he wary for Zip, though, who is going to try and nullify the first, tries to double up. Can't quite do so, though, as NickelBack shuts him down. Now, Krad, little does he know, he's running straight into a stack as kwezz is good for the first. kwezz good for the second now, all on Island. If he wins this 1v2, Cerq are just going to be shook to their core, harrowed to their base. kwezz leads his first charge. He comes out on top, and Cerq... As they move on ahead. Now, kwezz good for one as Lucky finds the Lucky, but Krad there to double up, forcing it down to 3-on-2. Now for Cerq, they have that impossible question again of how do they fare, how do they save, really, as Lucky good for Zip once more, forces Prime into a 1-on-3. Shifting forward, he's definitely got members to worry about. But is it enough? And he doesn't even consider going for this. Backing away. As that bomb goes off. But now as U2 goes out towards B, Winstrike once again looking to pop out and attack these members again. Few shots re out either way, though. It's Lucky there to shut down kwezz as it goes down to a 5-on-4. Elsewhere, Kier good for another. Forrester there to respond. Kier backside, trying to do all the damage he can as Lucky rings true. Winstrike make their way forward. Ireland ready to be boosted up. Spots out the initial member, and oh, that's a great boost onto Lucky there. Now with a player known towards CT, Prime, he's got to try and push forward, and he does just that. NickelBack falls. Kit there to trade, but that looks scary for a moment. And aggression towards ramp, but that counter flash is just perfect. As he's slowly going to run out of ammo before he's swarmed there by NickelBack. Prime tries to bring out the odd shot there. The molly going to force him back, accompanied by the spam. As he'll sit back, trying to make his way down towards bench. The second he jumps, he's going to be spotted out as well. As Forrester gets ready for the aggression of kwezz. Elsewhere, Prime, smoke fades. Forrester there to nullify his position. And for Kip, it's not even negligible amounts of damage. That is a flawless round by Winstrike there. As they pull on ahead, they make it 8 now. And for Twistzz, having lost all their economy, they're going to go down to Pittsburgh's way at just the right time. Zip, he's spotted, but Prime, he'll hear all of this. As Lucky hits a beautiful first shot to Lucky there. The mollies to keep this default play thing right now. Zip finds the first. Trade not quite there. Prime, he has not shifted as NickelBack shuts down Zip. Forrester eventually finishes off Prime. Again, he must have waited about 40 seconds for that kill. There's 10 seconds left. Aggression comes out, and a plant is attempted, but it's cancelled out by kwezz on his aggression. And with that, Twistzz, they make it 3. So they're stringing together rounds. They're finding themselves openings. Now, Island, he's going to try and save. kwezz will stop him. He won't be able to save the AWP, though, so we don't see a double AWP setup. As Forrester shuts down and Kier. Island there to shut down Zip. Silent slowly shifts forward. He's got Prime to worry about. Lucky aggressing forward, but Highland so quick onto Prime there. kwezz now goes to the trigger discipline. Oh, he spots out too. It's absolutely perfect as it now goes into a 2-on-2. Lucky his aggression, then caught out by Lackey as kwezz cowers in connector. Just trying to stay alive for the time being. He's forced back pretty much around the board, though, but kwezz lines up 2 more. Right now, kwezz is tries to hold, but NickelBack on a phenomenal flank right now. Kier not wary of it. NickelBack there to shut him down. Now, kwezz single-handedly has to try and hold this position, but he's only good for 1. He dinks down another, but Forrester, that trade suddenly puts Twistzz into an awful position. As Winstrike looks to make it 10 here. Elsewhere, Forrester ready for the flank, and Prime punishes it admirably. Well as Lucky, open hand, goes aggressive towards Palace, ready for the initial member, but Forrester, that's a shot and a half. Flashes now go out, the aggression towards ramp, good for 1, a Zip to trade, Forrester onto Kier, suddenly leaves Zip in a very tough position, which Island will send him to a swift dispatchment. It falls down to kwezz at a 1 versus 4, and even then, what good will it do? Krad there to finish the job. As Cerq make their way forward. Lackey trying to catch out the initial member. As there you go, Lackey good for 1. kwezz there to trade. Suddenly Forrester, no players coming his way, is going to have to try and do the odd bit of damage here. But Flash has got the flashes of time to perfection there. As towards bench, he spots out these members. He's continuing to try and do damage. Good for another, but Lucky there to trade. Puts it down to a 3-on-3, but the NickelBack has such a low amount of HP. Lucky there to finish the job, and Krad close window. His survival is pivotal to this round. Zip he'll out of that bomb. Prime trying to go aggressive towards Kitchen. Won't be able to do so as Lucky finds Krad. It's all onto Island with just 5 HP. Lucky shifting forward. He's tagged on down. Can he find more though? Yes, he can. Zip's damaged, but Prime, he'll finish the job. Twistzz will shut them down. Kier. Low HP, caught out by NickelBack, and that's an opening as NickelBack finds like a little, just backs away. What good can Cerq do with the conversion there? Krad actually able to find Prime as well. He might even try and double up before kwezz will finish the job on him. Now Cerq considering Cerq to make their way towards mid. I've got Winstrike to worry about for good reason. As Lucky shuts down kwezz. That's where we see the odd bit of damage of these remaining 2 members now. Silent there to tag down Zip. Not quite able to kill him, though. That's Lackey. He'll finish the job on 1. He'll finish the job on 2. A beautiful full spy from Winstrike there. Now Zylan finds kwezz. Elsewhere, supposed to continue to go out as Lucky looks to swing wide. Able to catch 1 before Krad trades, and yeah, it's an opening, but there's still a man down as Kier makes his own way forward. The flash goes out, Krad falls, Lackey there to trade. Goes 3 on 2. NickelBack ready for Kier. As he finishes the job now. Zip in a 1 versus 3. What good can he do? Timing not there. He spotted out towards CT. I think he was dinked there as well. So reaggress, doubles up with the Forester now. 1 versus 1 against Lackey. He's got a minute to play with, and he's feeling aggression. Lackey. He's trying to keep him back. Zip taps that bomb, but Lackey finishes the job. He retained so much to offer. If you prefer watching the action, Gamdol offers match betting. Turn cash into favourite teams. Great rewards, cashback, rakeback. Periodical free coins with Gamdol's range featuring King of the Hill events. Gamdol is the place to be. Sign up with code TEB or go to gamdol.com/r/TEB. And tell you what, looks like Twistzz. Well, we're going to gamdol.com. Twistzz to go into the grave. 2 players left in a 2 on 4. kwezz good for 1. He's going to try and reaggress, but Island's there to finish the job. Island no scoping here to end it. He's gone down as he's forced away though. Forrester trying to assist for the time being. He also can't catch out a member. It's a lot of damage, but no kills. Eventually one comes through as Kier finds the first member. Krad there to trade. As elsewhere, Lackey and Lucky both exchanging blows, but with that, it's an absolute collapse. Winstrike, they find the pistol round and tricked, find themselves in a tough old position. And now we talk about win rates on this map, that being a 71% for Twistzz and a measly 50% for Winstrike. But you need to take into account the form. Lackey ready for the first member, but Prime, he glaives the smoke as he shuts down Lackey, and with that, goes to a 5 on 4. Prime tries to go a bit further forward, shutting down Forrester. Prime shuts down NickelBack. With that, it's an absolute collapse. And Winstrike they back away. Twistzz, they find their first round. They make. Now Cerq to make their way down towards B. Flashes go out. Forrester on a close angle, completely blind. Able to catch out, or not. Kiers able to get the initial kill there. Through the smoke, a bit of damage done either way, but the Winstrike attacking Krad down so low on HP. It's into a tough pole position of which Prime is going to exploit. It's down to Lackey and NickelBack, and they've got. Now Prime, there's an opening as he swings wide towards CT. As these players make their way forward. It's a bit of damage done to either member. Forrester, he's spotted out. He's good for Lucky. He knows there's players elsewhere there as Island finds Kier. Island doubles up. Prime there to trade, but with 20 seconds left now. kwezz needs to go huge, and as he attempts to do so, he spots out Krad, but he can't quite kill him. It's all on Prime. 1 versus 2. Open hand, and with 12 HP, he's so close to death that Forrester. Now Island and Lucky, they both exchange blows. Prime there to fall. Elsewhere, the aggression NickelBack. Good for Kier. His molly takes him to the grave. 3 on 3. Zip spotted out by Lackey. Unable to get the kill though. Lackey there eventually finds a conversion. Now Lucky down towards A main has reason to fear. Forced himself back. kwezz has shifted out towards B though, and with that Twistzz, they have an opening. How good is it, kwezz? He spotted out towards F, and Forrester finishes the job now. Now for Lucky, in a 1 versus 3. What good can he do here? A minute to play with. As he shifts down towards B, making a bit of noise. Forrester ready for him. Missed shot by Lucky. Forrester punishes. As Winstrike now make it down to this really awkward duel between Lucky and NickelBack. Both players have been so effective early on, and Lucky, he comes out on top. Through the smoke, Krad there to trade. For now, Krad, so shifts on forward. He's got Quest to worry about a pop dog. Utility goes out. Krad, by some miracle, comes out on top there. And now in a 4-on-3, it's lucky to find Kier. Zip now, it's shaky. Krad even able to get away. Lucky will eventually finish the job on him. But Forrester there to trade. Lucky now in a 1v3. He'll try and make his way out towards B. But even then, he's got to try and go through a smoke in order to do that. And he's walking into the awaiting up of Ireland, who will miss his shot. Suddenly, there's hope. Lucky, fully blind, will attempt to get this plant here. Can he do so? Yes, he can. Shifting forward, he's caught out by Lucky. The double up setup shuts him down. Winstrike, they make it 6. And again, Winstrike, they'll take a round win over a bomb plant any day of the week, because that tricks. Granted, they can buy next, but even then, this is a... Now Ireland there to shut down kwezz. Forces him back as Winstrike now with a man up. To pull ahead. Krad there to trade. NickelBack to respond. He'll cower down towards round. We'll let the U2 go out around him. Forcing players back. He's ready for the first. Tries to line up the second. Can't quite do so as Kier shuts him down. And Ireland will finish the job. Winstrike. Oh, Prime. He may not have been suspected, but he's known. Prime there to shut him down. Elsewhere, Krad's way main to get out Kier. And now the tap of Lackey will finish off Prime. 4-on-3. Lackey ready for these players to push into him from lower. Good for another before he's taken down. Forcing it down to a 4-on-2. And right now, the best thing Winstrike can hope for is just an initial pick. The best thing Tricks can hope for is an initial pick. As right now, NickelBack, he'll fall. And now in a 2-on-2, suddenly, Tricks have a bit of a chance here. Krad ready for Lucky. Lucky spotted. He's tagged down though. Set aside. Forced away now. Instead, the aggression of kwezz there for Kraz. Ireland looking to hold. Good for one. 1v1 now versus kwezz. He knows he'll be on the close angle. Fortunately, he can't quite find the bomb. He'll tap it once. kwezz from the other side will finish the job. That bomb goes off. Trick to make it 3. Is it too little, too late? We'll have to see. Having really rolled the dice for this A stack here. Zip aggresses forward, shuts down Lackey. There's an opening for Winstrike. This may just be the call to save here. Now, Ireland there to shut down Zip. Winstrike again, aggression towards B. It goes with merit. Krad on to kill, leaves it all unlucky in a 1 versus 5. What good can he hope to do here is, more importantly, Tricks, they're actually at a risk of losing all economy right now as well, especially if they lose this all. And I think Lucky knows this. He'll try and flash his way out. He'll try and flash his way to kind of relative safety here. Good for 2. He's maybe feeling it now, making it 3. Suddenly, this is reason to fear if you're Winstrike. Lucky making his way on forward. Eventually, he's caught down by Forrester. And now Trick making their way forward. Tried to catch out an initial member, but it's an absolute slaughter now. As Tricks' 3 quick kills go in their favor. Ireland to trade, Kier to finish. And for Forrester, where's his team gone? Suddenly in a 1v4. He's caught with his trousers down, but he does still survive nonetheless. And flash his way down. CT side. So to get 6 rounds now on the T side is actually a bit of a tough ask. Kier, ready for an initial pick. Oh, he's quick. NickelBack taken down, puts it down into a 4-on-5. Island there to trade. Kills either way now. Winstrike. Krad left in a 1v3. He shuts down Krad. With that, Tricks, they make it. Now kwezz making his way forward, aggressing towards B, trying to catch out one of these initial members. Can't quite do so for the time being, though, as Forrester will be taken down. Elsewhere, though, Prime continuing to make it down in towards Pop Dog. NickelBack, he's forced away. Jumping across as well. Prime almost finishes the job on him. Over towards main, though. It's Krad to trade onto. He's going to be ready for it. And this auto shotgun is the perfect tool to wield. Lackey, he'll spot out the initial member and actually able to finish the job now as it goes 4-on-3. Right, then Pop Dog tries to catch out the initial member. Kier spotted elsewhere. Lackey good for one. Krad to trade. All on kwezz now in a 1v4. As that bomb goes off, Winstrike. They make it 11, and with 4 players left alive as well. Now Krad ready for these initial members. He'll swing wide, shutting down Kier. The smokes go out. Util goes down. These players look to hold for the time being. Prime in the smoke, able to come out on top there. But Island, his orbit rings true. Good for another. NickelBack on the flank. He's got out by Zip, and NickelBack not checking corners. Again, Lucky spots out one. Can't quite find the kill as he's forced it back. Instead, he's finished off by Lackey. kwezz onto Island, though, means the ops dropped. And once again, Winstrike. They are making some questionable decisions here. Towards connector. Lackey spots out this member. He's got CT to worry about. Zip finishes the job, and I am really, really confused as to what Winstrike are doing here. This is undisciplined, to say the least, as Forrester shuts down kwezz. Zip, though, is able to trade, and with that, Tricks, they pull ahead, and they make it 9, but I am just so disappointed, really, with Winstrike there. That was a really... Prime onto Forrester. I don't quite know if he spotted out Krad, though. That's Krad. Tries to nullify the first member. NickelBack onto kwezz. Will spur on the aggression from Zip, who's good for another. As trades go out, though. NickelBack already back sight. Might even make his way into CT here. As he does just that. Saving him the re-clear of these members from Tricks. Towards B, though. Lackey onto Kier. And with this bomb down, this is a tough position to be in. Lucky. The timing is perfect by NickelBack as well. However, Lucky, he suddenly changes his mind. He re-peeks, re-clears, and with that, he's punished. It's defused by Zip. It's stuck, and Tricks, they win the round. Winstrike. Now Lucky, ready for players to go out towards heaven. He's good for one. kwezz there to trade. Now Island, he shuts down Zip. He go back onto Kier now, puts it down to 3-on-3. This is... So trades there. 2-on-3. Lucky spotted out as well. Prime doubles up now. And for Island, this is a beautiful position to be in. It's a beautiful shot onto kwezz, though, to kick things off. A flash as well towards A. They keep them at bay for just a moment longer. Dropping Reed down into the volley. Able to try and get out another shot, though, but still a tough position to be in. Reaggressing. He fires another on for the 1v3 now. Prime pushing forward, and he hits the nose. As Prime, he aggresses in towards main, shutting down Lackey. Elsewhere, Zip, he's spammed down by Krad. And it'll come down to a push towards B, but with 3 players ready for this. Right now, Winstrike, they may actually be throwing the round away. Out this initial member. Will make his way down. And he's finished by Prime. He makes his way up from B. Forrester. It's so messy by Zip there, and Forrester finds the kill. He gets the AK from it. Now with the player's location known in Pop Dog, Lucky, he'll be ready for the reaggression towards Ivy. Lucky, is he the initial man to peek? I think he was. I think he spotted it as well. Now Prime, he'll just catch out the member. He does just that. 4-on-4 now, as Forrester finds kwezz. Elsewhere, it's an absolute collapse though. All unlucky. Krad there to finish the job. Winstrike. Trick, they go for aggression towards Ivy, but Lucky, he's caught out, as is Zip, and it's a perfect response from Krad and Island there. They seem to know it was coming, and only a scout, what good can Prime really do against this here? Well, you two goes out. Forrester good for another. They'll double up onto kwezz as well now. Kid the last left standing. And yeah, he's good for one, but as Lackey finishes the job,